Tonight's story can best be enjoyed while wearing headphones or riding a horse. Welcome to the world of Cow Children ASMRPG.
Cow pokes, cow folks, every kind of cow children, cow girls, cow boys, any non-binary. Cow gals, cow pals, hoping no brigands will kill them. Cow kin, cow skin, whatever cow you be. All cow children, every afflicted pilgrim, countless millions, any demography. Cow pokes, cow folks, every kind of cow children, cow kin, cow skin, whatever cow you be.
Ah, I see you're awake. I'll not rouse you too much, but if I may, now begin your haircut. That's right. Yes, just hold very steady. That's what I call my pair of trusty scissors. You can call me Dialogue. Yeah, that's my name. You needn't wear it out. If you do, I do have another. So I have you safe and secure in the chair. You needn't get up if you need anything. You're still in recovery. But perhaps you don't remember all that. I'll never be more than a few inches from your ears. So, if you need anything, just will it. Feel it with intensity. In your heart. I'm sure I will be the first to hear about it. Now, this hair, I'm just going to give it a spray just to tamp it down. I'll cover your eyes. Such a long time since your hair last saw the sun, much less a pair of scissors. Do you know, I got this scissor from a man who claimed to be a prince. Think of that, a prince in the West. But he died. It was another time and place. And this matching scissor, you see, you've got to have a pair of them together, is how it almost always works. I won in a card game based on the game of chess. Do you like games? Perhaps I should explain. You were long under mud and under fire. I know talking is difficult, so I've concocted a device which I call a dialogue. You need only look and feel in your heart, and it will be spoken. Now, do you like games?
Yes, I like games. No, I don't like games because
No, I don't like games because I once had a bad game and it embittered me, leaving me all so sour.
No? Oh. Friend, that is well. Life is a game, but life is something you have transcended magnificently. So what are you in here for, dear listener?
a haircut. Cut my hair, cut me hair,
A haircut.
Yeah, we didn't give you very many options on that one, but it would be rude on my part not to ask. We did discuss this contingency some weeks ago, but I'm told your memories may still be numb or only partial. Personally, I'm partial to a little cake. But not right now, thank you. Don't worry, there is a plan to restore you to your full heights. Snip, snip, snip. You see, it's already looking better. I know you can't see the mirror. We're taking baby steps still. Baby steps. But you must be feeling a weight off your shoulders, even if you're not feeling those shoulders. Again, I say too much. Just cut that little paper bandage. I don't think you really need that anymore. Sometimes I wish I could lose some of my memories, as you have. There has been a lot of sadness We live in troubled times, you know that, and our lives have been particularly fraught of late. We are way, way, way out west. To be more precise, we've been out near... I'm so sorry, that will be Ava. I told her we are not to be disturbed for anything. This is meant to be a peaceful reintegration. I'm so sorry. Ava, I thought this was crystal clear. Oh, heck. Just a small bubble in our plans, dear listener. It seems we are going to, yes, we're going to have to take this haircut on the road because certain persons whose condemnation was written about long ago have come to see us, and I'm afraid that cannot be allowed. Please hold tight, stay as calm as you can. I will just be one moment, and if you hear gunshots, that's, if you hear gunshots, that's just the sound of my guns going off. Alright, let's do this. You bloody... Ava! Get down! Get down! Oh, heck! Bastards! Bastards! Oh, bastards. So sorry for the interruption. Yes, we're making progress with your hair. It's already looking far more manageable. I always say this sort of phase is just a foundation. If foundations were things I could snip away into shape. Yes, rather than being the immovable base on which we build houses. If I were a sculptor, I like to imagine I'd have a better suited vocab. One more spray. Clean as a baby's bottom. We'll have to leave the spray bottle here, head out this way, excuse me, through my secret entrance, which conveniently is not far from here. Yes, your chair is wheeled. It is a wheeled chair, handy innovation for more reasons than you might expect. Just through here, and we are out into the west. It turns out we have quite a journey ahead of us. Thankfully, I am good at my job, so job often entails a good pace of perambulation without needing to cease my trichological duties. That's trichological. Scalp and hair. Yeah, sorry. I was a little flustered by the little conflict that you might have overheard back in the salon. I won't lie. Not to you, dear listener. There were wounds. Not me, but there were wounds. You may have heard me shouting bastard. I'm not really given to such language, and I bear no ill will to anybody, regardless of... Well, it's a strange insult, isn't it? I myself was born after my parents' marriage, but conceived before it, so where does that place me? I should like to know. I really shouldn't fling such words around, and anger is little excuse. Normally I'm very laid back, even when I'm pushing a survivor in a chair west towards the horizon at a considerable pace. Oh, the horizon must all seem a blur to you, bright lights, and perhaps you can't hear it all. They do say the world is damper, far damper outside one's aura. That's aura in the magical sense, not anything spiritual, I should let you know. Now, you must let me know if you see anything of note come up along this pathway. I find there are often haphazardly placed supplies, little things that might come in use. You see, my full attention is on your head of hair, and of course, on the hair of your head. Just a little bit off the fringe. Ah, delicious. Do you see anything yet? No? Well, just, let me know. It would be a real pity to miss it all, especially if there's tasty apples, tools, weapons, ammo, anything like that. I mean, you know, actually, our journey could be classed as a trajectoire. That's a favourite literary genre of mine, where the core, the aim, is trajectory. You go west, west, and west, with no thought of ever returning, never settling, never pausing more than a night. A trajectory that's endless and clear. To perform a true trajectoire would take an infinite lifespan, plus, of course, an infinite plane. They say this west is infinite. If it wasn't, your only option for a true trajectoire, I suppose, would be the stars of space, if you could get up to the other side of the firmament. Once you start to retread your steps, your life is fully lived and it's time to quit. That's what I've always believed. So, onward and upward, or at least onward and westward, is why all written trajectoires must end with uncertainty or disappointment. If they settle down or go home, it's a betrayal. Where's the trajectory then? Where's the velocity? Here we are, already at the Great Salt River. They say this is the broadest river in the known West, but I don't see a clear way over. What are your thoughts, listener?
Look for a bridge toward the river. Fishing, fishing.
Fishing.
Fishing, excellent choice, but remember, we are against the clock.
It's a £5 cod, often served spicy with a mug of milk.
A great catch, wonderful work.
It's a 10-ounce mackerel, the queen of the fishes.
Very good again. You know you'll have other fishing opportunities later, so you needn't...
It's a 7-cubit sturgeon, the handsomest devil of Fishy River.
I must encourage you to press on, as I say we ought to.
It's a plank-length minnow, the tiniest possible fish.
Here's a little advice. The Great Salt River is very broad, but it's also very...
It's a 9-kilo herring, but it's only skin and bone.
Listen, because of its large surface area, a lot of water evaporates from this river, meaning we could probably ford it, because it's not deep. It's a boot.
It's a 4-pound sturgeon, and it's going in my pocket for
We
pudding.
have to go, because the hours are advancing. Fording is mostly safe, and I'm not sure if there's a...
It's an eel, a comically long fish. Long fish. Circumference 5.
Listener, I'll be honest as I can, your flesh is gradually decaying. Time is of the essence, and...
It's a 3-pint blobfish, unlucky in love, but blessed in the bedroom.
Can't be any more delicate. Your mortal body was wrecked and ruined and exhumed.
It's a wide haddock. Throw it back.
Please, stop fishing. If we don't go soon, the crows will come and feast on your remains.
It's the great salmon of the Western Ocean. What's
Please,
he doing
stop
here?
fishing. We don't need this many fish. There's no merit to... Please.
It's a 7-ounce monkfish, the brownest fish of the day. Brown bonus.
Quick, I can hear someone galloping our way. It's a boot.
All the fish in the river are dead.
All the fish in the river are dead,
have
and the river
drowned.
itself
The
is
river
drowned.
is hollow.
The river
You've
is hollow.
defeated the river.
I genuinely didn't realise this was a possibility, listener. You've defeated the Great Salt River. Look, though, there's a sort of tunnel entrance. I had no idea. Quickly, let's pass down into the tunnel. With any luck, the waters will return before the gallopers reach our position. How did you know that with such fishing, such fish... What am I saying? You know the West better than I do. Mine are sightless eyes when compared with yours, which once saw such victory. I will keep pushing, and we can hope that this route will put us ahead. There will be others behind us, people, armed soldiers, lawmen, and judges, the holy and the hired. So we press on and ever onward. It is hard to see your hair in this low light, but we do seem blessed with a natural sort of phosphorescent light down here. Enough for me to, trim the back of your neck. That can be done by touch alone. Snip, snip. I may have given a little too much away a little too quickly during your spirited fishing session. Oh, take it as exaggeration. But no, you are not entirely the person you were. There has been a sort of individual war, which for once you did not win. You were very much a casualty. But you're bouncing back. See, you're a haircut away from beauty, and a chariot away from might. This is not the chariot. This is a mere chair, one up from a wheelbarrow. Stop! I hear something. It's a pair of crocodiles. Should we shoot our way through, or try to pass peacefully between them?
Lay them where they stand. Leave them be.
Leave them by.
Very humane. Or should I say, very crocodile. They look quite happy where they are. They're in love. And look, our route is sloping up. I can see a glimmer of sunlight. Air! Fresh air! We've made good progress. We must be most of the way there. But the day is advancing. We can't afford to dilly-dally. There's a mile marker over here, and we... Damn! Oh, damn it, they've caught up. They just keep on coming. Sit here. Hold still. Don't panic. There are human men and there are creatures, and they are filled with envy and disgust, and I must put them aside. Keep your head down, of course, and keep calm. Watch the sun. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I'm doing my best. So sorry. So sorry. Oh, good. It's my shoulder. They hit...
I am sorry. You deserved worse. Are they dead? Finish them. Are they dead?
Are they dead?
Yes, all dead, and don't worry on my account. I know a flesh wound when I see one. I've some salt here. Blood is a very temporary thing. Blood is a very temporary thing. Did you know that humans make more and more and more blood? It's a tragedy that the vampires don't really stalk the earth. There is so much life, so much blood going to waste. We throw our blood away. Not to insult anyone for basic biological processes, but we're not efficient creatures. It's such good juice. Did you ever menstruate, dear listener? I know it's a terrible taboo. I know I should never ask. But to survive such a thing on a regular basis, it's like being shot every month. I am not envious. Never really been my bag. But with the new blood, the blood that awaits you once we reach the shining sun, oh listener, your chariot, you will be fortified 100 times over, fortified 1,000. Now, the attackers, they dropped this little component. I don't know quite how these work, but it ought to give us a little speed boost as we go west, 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 west. Now look at that progress. Yes, see how fast we go. It's all a blur. Oh, blood. Oh, blood. Stem the flow now. Did you ever hear the tale of Cowboy Joe? It's been often told, and I think there's only a little truth to it, but he grew from nearly nothing to massive muscularity when meat was added with 100% efficiency to his valiant heart. He didn't eat this diet of mutton, beef, and horse. He was very simply very adjacent to it, and it counted itself as an extension of his mighty arm. Or it became mighty like a meat Midas, except that the meat cleft to him. He turned nothing to meat, only meat to muscle. I met him once, from a distance, and I coveted all I saw. I cannot ever be content in the body I was born to, but yours will be greater still. Your name will be known when his is as rare as Herostratus.
West, north, south, east, south, south,
I
east,
can
up,
see you found
north.
some directional settings. Please leave them alone. Those will be very useful to you later, but for now, just leave them be.
North.
North.
What are you doing? You nearly put us in that town. I've been trying to traject us in a westward alley that goes between the townlets. People will see you and be disgusted. Or worse, they'll recognize you, the remains of you.
North.
North.
What?
Well, howdy do. I'm Blind Johnny. Reckon I'm the mayor of this town, and I can't see out of my eyes. Would you fancy a look around?
We're in luck. We haven't been recognized.
Howdy, Johnny. I hate you, Johnny. Give us all your dollars. Fishing, fishing.
Fishing.
There isn't any fishing in this...
Fishing.
Stop it. There isn't any fishing in this town.
Fishing.
Well, we do have a duck pond just here.
It's a duck, a soft round animal with a cartilaginous beak. This duck has 5 morality, 2 height, 12-inch legs, and 2.4 eggs per week.
We don't have time to fish, and this isn't a fish pond.
It's a duck, a soft round animal with a cartilaginous beak. This duck has 2 morality, 2.9 height, 14-inch legs, and 0 eggs per week.
Well done. You caught fish and ducks, but now we have to go west. We'll take it smoothly, take it quietly. But we must carry on
It's
west
a bass,
while I
a very flat
snip,
fish.
snip,
Some
snip
say
these hairs
flatter
at the
than
back
the
of your neck.
universe.
Can
This
you
bass
see
is the
colour
size of a
sky
pancake
the
and the
night
color of a
is
marble
coming.
countertop.
It comes on fast at this time of...
It's a duck, a soft round animal with a cartilaginous beak. This duck has 6 morality, 4 height, 2...
dark
It's a
falls, we'll
duck,
have missed
a
our window
soft
and the
round
dogs
animal
will
with a
come out.
cartilaginous beak. This duck has 9 morality, 3.4... It's a 2-pound catfish. A misnomer, but a beautiful creature nonetheless.
Aren't you bored with these ducks? Aren't you bored with fishing?
It's a goose. Fishing accomplished.
Oh, thank you, God, and thank you, dear listener. Now we must make pace. Come on, see how we can gallop. The cactus in the distance, they're just a blur now. The way ahead is clear, and I snip, 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 yeah, that whole thing. I'm going to come around the front now and just hold still. I'm going to take a snip at your nostril hairs. Delicate work. Snip. Perfect. Again, I'll just... We all have them, and they serve a good function, and if you pluck them, it can make you sneeze, and it can cause a nosebleed, or even an infection. Not a nosebleed in your case, as you're not technically running on blood. There's something cooler and stranger in your veins, but we are on course to something far hotter, far more magmatic, a permanent and rich source of life. We're getting so close now. Your chariot. Oh, wait, it's just one more little... Yes. Let me tell you of the chariot that we're approaching. No, not I'm afraid of gold. No, it can't withstand the heat, you see. The heat of your wandering of magma. Yes. And that takes rather some explanation. Your new vehicle, your new body is a colossal encasement of wrought tungsten. Some fear being encased on a permanent basis, but you have to know by now your body is gone. Long gone, dead and buried, repeatedly. Think of this as liberation. You will drive with great power. This is not a prison, but an engine. The force of a locomotive with the liberation of a bicycle, and the firepower of a fully manned battleship. Skeletons are the real trap. I would shrug mine off in the desert to curl away like a woodlouse if I didn't have this mission. And there, you see, the dark dirt mark on the horizon, directly ahead. That's where we're going. If we beat the sun, the real work can begin. If we miss, though, that will be a sorry time. I'm sad that there's been so tense and violent a haircut you're experiencing, but the results really are starting to look delightful. You see, your own flesh, your own physical self will remain, will endure whatever powers you. It's important to have some pride in yourself. We're going to have to speed up. We're going to have to speed up if we're going to beat the sun to the mark. It comes so suddenly. Quick, you have to want it. You have to feel it. We are so nearly safe and dry. Before the dogs and the demons and the scorpions emerge. No, the sun is getting ahead of us. I'll put my back into it. But you, too, listener, you must strain, press, concentrate, listener, focus on dragging us through this sounds. You can do it. You must. I can't do this alone. Clench every muscle you can feel. Clench everything you still possess. We're nearly there. We must be able... I can't believe it. We didn't beat the sun. We arrived at the horizon the moment it did. This is a door into the sun. Your chariot of tungsten now gleams like gold. That is the rarest of the sun's blessings. But a second later and we'd have been dog meat, as in meat for dogs, which is generally reckoned the worst grade of meat. You've made it majestically. Let me assist you into your new housing, your new encasement, your gleaming chariot of power. Listener, you are installed and can move left, right, up, down, or wherever, or whatever. All choice is yours, and you have a gun. You have 9 guns, in point of fact. Magma is the inner power, the vital power, the blood power. Guns, they're the external power, the mortal power, the blood bringer. You are renewed, listener. Oh, my master, oh, my leader, you can reign again. I have given you your induction. I've done all I can to restore your splendor and remind you of the powers you had, but I cannot offer any more tutorial. Now you are under your own direction. The whole desert, the West, the world will come to know that power.
Summon the Cowboy Council of War. It is time to rise against our eating time movement. Prove your loyalty to bring me maps, charts, and fishing. Fight training. Fishing. Fight train. Travel. Guns.
Fire.
Listen! Ow! That really hurt!
Eat lead. The age of humanity is... I'm sorry, it just went off in my...
I am sorry, it just went off in my hand.
I know that's not true, but I know the need you have to flex every muscle once just to know its extent. But please, I care for you. You don't need to shoot me. I could not bear to say this before you were installed in might. But I do love you. Oh, listener.
Nonetheless, parrot, that's inappropriate. I love you too. Summon the Cowboy Council. I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. I love you. Summon the Cowboy Council of War. Let's
Summon the Cowboy Council of War. Let's bust some ass and knock some heads together.
I obey.
Cowpokes, cowfolks, every kind of cow children, cowgirls, cowboys, any non-binary. Cowpokes, cowfolks, every kind of cow children, cowkin, cowskin, whatever cow you be.
And there's just time for a joke. Why did the fish stick? Because the river's... And there's just time for a joke. Why did the river bend? 'Cause the fish sticks. No, I don't get it either, but I'm recording this in the middle of the night.